Bria, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure. So where are you joining us from?
I'm located in Santa Fe, Texas,
Well,
little
I've
small
been
town.
to Santa Fe, New Mexico. Where's Santa Fe, Texas?
It's really close to Galveston. It's between
Oh,
Houston and Galveston.
okay. So I mean, I go to Galveston every summer with the family. Do I pass through it? I've never even seen a sign for it.
No, because you probably take 45 to
Mhm.
Galveston. We're off of like Highway 6.
Okay.
So you could go through Santa Fe to get to Galveston, but you probably wouldn't. You're coming from Dallas, correct?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So probably not passing through Santa Fe.
Okay. Santa Fe, Texas. Awesome. So is that where you're from originally?
I'm from Houston. So I was
Okay.
born and raised in Houston. My father is actually, he was born in Santa Fe and raised here as well. So kind of circled back around and now I'm here.
So you got out of the armpit of Texas.
Yes, I did.
No offense to our Houston listeners. I'm kidding.
No,
My mom's from Houston too. I spent a lot of time there with my grandparents as a kid. So humid. I couldn't deal with it.
yes, it's honestly even worse than Santa Fe because we're so close to the coast. It's
Oh,
it's miserable.
yeah. And mosquitoes that can carry you off.
hmm Yep, you can't walk outside without getting swarmed by like 200 of them. So
But it's still a part of Texas, so
it
it's
is.
better than
So
anywhere else.
yes, exactly. A special place in my heart. So
Yeah. So do you hunt or fish?
I fish. I've
Uh-huh.
gone hunting once or twice with my husband, but he's the hunter.
Uh-huh.
I support him in it, and I love having a freezer full of his good aim.
Mhm.
But me personally, I usually don't join him.
Yeah. Well, so do you guys have kids?
We do. We have three kids, two boys and one girl.
And are they getting into it? How old are they?
So my middle son is 4, and my youngest son, he's only 2.
Okay.
So they're not quite into it yet. My son who's 4, his name's Colt. He wants to be just like his dad. So you know,
Yeah.
when he's of age, he'll be taking him to do all that. I know that they're going to go on a fishing trip here soon, just the two of them. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're trying to get them as involved in outdoor stuff as we can.
Perfect. Yeah, my wife's not a hunter either. She has shot at some dove. She shot a jackrabbit when we were spotlighting one time. She enjoys fishing and she enjoys cooking wild game, but
Yes.
um, the more my kids want to go to the deer lease, the more frequently she wants to tag along. And
Yeah.
she likes to sit in the deer blind and, be outdoors and stuff. But just there's some people who just are not killers. And I think
Yeah.
she might. I mean, she did grab the 20 gauge during dove season, and she was like, "Give me that. Let me see if I can hit one." So I don't know. We'll see.
I've shot at my fair share of coyotes.
Mhm.
We have goats and like livestock, so I have defended my babies when I can, but I can't say I'm the best with my aim.
Mhm.
So
Hey, shooters shoot. That's what I
yep,
say.
uh, do my
Eh,
best.
bullets are cheap. Okay, so what do you do? Do you stay at home with the kiddos? Do you have a
I
job?
I'm a stay-at-home mom,
Uh-huh.
but I do volunteer with Gulf Coast Wildlife Rescue. They're an amazing volunteer organization. They just do wildlife rehab. Um, so I do that in my spare time, and then stay at home mom full time. I homeschool my daughter, and I took up painting seven 7 years ago now.
Okay.
My husband was like, "If you want to quit your job and stay at home," and I was like, "Say less."
Uh-huh.
I'm on it. So
Yeah.
I needed a hobby and picked up painting.
Okay. And so that's how our paths crossed. You had sent me a photo of this painting. It's behind you,
Mhm.
and it looks like. I mean, you can tell me what kind of hog dog it is, but I'm just assuming like a blackmouth cur or something, or some mix. A lot of them are Catahoulas cur mixes, and then a big
Yes.
nasty looking boar hog that you painted. And I
Mhm.
was like, whoa, that's really cool and really good. So you've been doing this 7 years, and do you paint mostly wildlife, or do you foray
Yes,
into
so
other topics?
I stick mostly to wildlife. I will do the one-off portrait, but I'm not skin tones are really, really difficult, and
Uh-huh.
I've just really found um my love in wildlife painting. Um so I generally stick to that.
Mhm.
So,
So that's your preferred subject matter. Okay, great.
yes.
So do you have a like a background? Do you guys have hog dogs, or like how did you come up with the idea to and what is this painting? What did you call this one?
It's called The Hunt.
Uh-huh.
So, honestly, it was just a random inspiration. We don't have hog dogs. I have dogs, but they're
Yeah.
just, couch potatoes.
Hmm.
Um, my husband has always talked about when he lived in Ohio. Unfortunately, he's not a Texas native, but that's okay.
He got here as fast as he could.
Yes. But he used to hunt with dogs for rabbits and, stuff like that. But something about boar hunting with dogs has always fascinated me. I guess just I don't want to say the brutality of it all, but it is very, it's intense.
Yeah.
And I really like intense subject matter to paint when I can, because it's just full of action.
Yeah.
It's something captivating to look at, I feel like.
Uh-huh. Well, I mean, and you've got the cutters on the boar, and the dog's teeth are bared. This is capturing the essence of what it really looks like. And I will tell you, the word that I use to describe hog dogging is primal,
Yes.
because you are theoretically, if you're the person that's dispatching the hog, you are taking a knife and you are running it into the hog's heart. Kill it as quickly as possible. The first time I did it, I stuck the pig, pulled the knife out, and just got sprayed in the face with blood out of his vitals. And so that's why I say it's primal. Like if you
Was
were,
it really intense for you? Like, was that, I'm
I mean,
sure
I
it
was
was a smooth
excited
rush in
about it,
general.
right? And it's this is as it's it's a lot different than shooting one with a gun. That's fun. I love doing it. Shot a pig last week. Love thermal hunting for pigs, but doing with hounds, there is a danger of element there too for you and the dogs.
Yeah, and
Um,
it's very intimate, like
mhm,
that's a very close.
mhm.
I think
Oh yeah,
it's really just true hunting in a sense that, I mean, it's you, the dog, and the boar,
yeah,
that's as close
yeah.
as you're ever gonna get.
Well, and it's so funny to look at the way that the antis describe it. It's like you're a cheater. You have to use dogs. I mean, like, well, first of all, humans have been using dogs to pursue game for thousands of years.
Yep.
And you can't just turn a dog loose and say, "Here, go catch a pig." There's the amount of training that goes into this, the amount of dedication by the houndsman. Um, it's, whether it's for pigs, or I've been on mountain lion hunts with
Oh,
dogs and black bear hunts with
that's
hounds.
scary.
And yeah, I like any of the stuff that's potentially a danger to me. I enjoy that for whatever reason, and there's a lot of people that are wired like that. I am definitely one of them. Like a leopard hunt would be number one on my list, with
Yeah.
hounds or without. I don't care, but with hounds would be, I think, my preference, just because I like the dogs. And they love to do it, and that's why the antis are like, it's so cool. I'm like, no, these dogs want to do
Want
this.
to
They
do it,
live it
yes.
and they breathe it, and when they can't, they don't know what to do with themselves. Like,
Yeah. So I have to admit, many years ago, I was anti. I was like, that's cruel to the dog. Like, this is so inhumane.
this is interesting. I didn't know that that was your previous train of thought.
I didn't grow up hunting,
Uh huh.
right? I grew up in the city. It was a foreign concept to me. And then I married my husband, and he is very much the hunter. He wants to do all the manly, crazy
Hmm.
things. And it was through him, and actually through all the videos he showed me on your page, that I was like, okay, this is interesting. Like, this is a whole, world I had no idea about.
Yeah.
And I came to learn I mean, these dogs are so well taken care of. They love this. It's what they live for. You know, it's
Yeah, they're well taken care of, and the good ones are worth a lot of money. And so
yes.
you think that these guys, yes, it's dangerous. Some of them do, they get hurt. If you're a hog dogger, you carry a staple gun with you. You have antibiotics in your truck. Like you are basically a in the field
That,
veterinarian.
yeah.
Yeah, and you have to. And these dogs wear cut collars, and the catch dogs wear Kevlar vests, and you try to do the best that you can. But like the cutters in the painting, that will go through Kevlar.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I have never seen a dog get killed. I have seen them get injured
Right.
and stapled up, and then they continue hunting that day. And they like
Yeah. I mean, I think the turning point for me was my husband was like, "Well, what's the difference between this and dogs we use in the military?" And I was like, "Fair point."
yeah
You know,
yeah
I those dogs as well, they live for it. You know, it's no different than a canine officer.
yeah
You know, they could get stabbed or shot or whatever,
yeah
so there is no difference to me.
hmm yeah.
Um, and that was really the turning point for me, and I really came to respect the sport of it. I can't say I'd be able to participate. I think that's a little much for me.
You would enjoy going. I think it's because
Yes.
it's a social sport, much like dove hunting or
Right.
whatever. It's not something where you're stalking up and you have to be super quiet. The dogs are doing that. You're waiting for them to start baying, and then you're running with the pit bull or Argentinian dogo or whatever the catch dog may be. And once they have a visual on the hog, you cut them loose, and that's really when all hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
But I think, short of sticking the hog yourself, you might not be up for that. But I think you would enjoy seeing it play out. It's
Oh, for sure. I would love to experience it.
mm,
At least being there and witnessing it.
yeah,
I think that would be a really cool experience. But yeah, for me, in terms of killing the hog, I'm four
yeah,
foot nine. I think the hog might win in that situation. So it's a little too
right.
dangerous for me.
Well, they had one caught by the back legs, and I took my son. I have told this story on the air before. I took Henry. It was during COVID. He's 12 now. He was probably 7, maybe 8 years old, probably 7. And my buddy was like, "Bring Henry," and I was like, "Okay." So they have this boar caught, and this guy who I don't know, who's a friend of my buddy's, tries to hand Henry a 6-inch Bowie knife. Says, "All right, go get him." And I'm like, Henry looks at me like wide-eyed. He's like, "What? I just thought I was going to be observing this." Like he did. I said, "I don't think he's ready for that." And so I took the knife and took care of it myself. But yeah, there's definitely an age. I think maybe like teenage. If you're going to be dispatching, if you're going to just be
Yeah.
going, it's fine. But
Yeah.
and there was another kid his age, and they had a blast just seeing everything. But I think I saved him from maybe a little bit of trauma.
Yes,
Had
he
he done
definitely.
that, I don't think it
Yeah.
would have been good for him. Like, and just his view on hunting going forward. I think he was way too young for that.
Well, I think that is really great for you as a dad because, moms, we give our kids comfort in the, you know, sense that when they're scared or hurt, whatever, dads, kids go to them for confidence. And it's
Hmm.
your job as a dad to tell them when to be confident and for them to come to you when they're not sure. And so for you to take the reins on that and say no, he's not ready, and let him know like it's okay not to be ready.
Yeah.
That's a great thing, and I think that's going to set him up to be a successful hunter as well as a conscientious hunter, and say, okay, maybe this isn't something I'm ready for, whatever it may be. I think that's great. Dad's roles in instilling confidence is so instrumental.
Hmm.
And to do that in the setting of hunting is really important. I mean, you are who they look for to learn how to respect a gun, how to respect a knife, nature, the animal. So I think that speaks volumes for you as a father to be able to say, no,
Yeah.
he's not ready for this. Let's set him up for success in the future, and not put this level of, of trauma on him.
Well, I just could see in his eyes that he was I don't want to say terrified, but shocked, I think. And then, yeah, he was probably a little scared. And this all happened in like 15 seconds. And then I, was like, no, and I took the knife. But also, he's very skinny, and a 7-year-old boy is not a very big human being.
Right.
And when it's a big pig, I'm like, this is very dangerous.
Yes.
In addition to whatever level of trauma he could get coming out of it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to sound like a big wuss because my kids have been raised hunting. They've seen blood. At the age of 3, he's digging dove hearts out of doves. So that doesn't affect him. He's used to that. This was just something that, and we didn't discuss it previously because I didn't know they were going to hand a 7-year-old a
Right.
Bowie knife and like, here, go get him,
Well,
kid. And like,
I don't think it makes you sound like a wussy because that's a lot. I mean, regardless of my kids as well have grown up around, we raise chickens for meat, so they've seen the process, they know what's involved, and
that's good.
but there's a difference, I think, between seeing it and doing something of the level of harvesting the meat versus you are one-on-one with this boar killing it. Like killing something regardless of your age, that's a big thing, and you have to have a level of respect for the animal, I think, to kill it. And that's a lot for a 7-year-old. That's a big
he
idea.
had shot a deer from a rifle blind, so he had killed his own meat. He's very proud of that to this day. He'll say, "Is this one that I shot?" And he's killed a few deer at this point. And now his sisters are 10, and they've shot deer, and they both want to shoot a buck this year. I'm like, hold on, you gotta earn your stripes here, But yeah, the like I said, it is primal. It's a lot of fun, social, all those things that go into it. You're doing the landowner a service by, there's really no way to control hogs by just the weekend hunter saying, oh, and a lot of guys want to complain. They're like, well, if you have so many hogs, why won't you just let me come on a Friday night or Saturday morning and just shoot them? And the answer is, well, it's a liability. You might leave gates open. My cattle might get out. But then ultimately, the real reason is you're not putting a dent in the population. You have to use dogs. You have to use thermal. And the best method is trapping or helicopter removal. That's when you actually make a difference with hogs. But going back to this photo, what is it? A black-mouthed cur?
Yes, it is.
Okay, very cool.
Kind of like just a mutt mix. I mean, black-mouthed cur was the original inspiration, but
I've seen hog dogs that look just like that, and a lot of houndsmen just breed their best dog with their best dog, and it's like, okay, this is a Catahoula cur cross, or whatever.
Yes.
But so many of these dogs they're like getting their last chance in life, and they have failed as pets. They have failed at guarding livestock because some of them attack livestock.
Yeah.
And they're at the pound about to be put to sleep, or in the country, some guys don't take the dogs to the pound. It's just, here's your 22 bullet. I have told you to stop killing the goats. I've told you not to bite that kid or the mailman or whoever. Now I'm going to take care of this problem. But then they're like, oh, wait, but I know this guy that has hog dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the best hog dogs I've hunted with it was last chance saloon. It was like, you either do this or you're going to doggy heaven or hell because you've been a bad dog. And they love it. And they're great at it. And they're not biting people. They just needed a purpose.
Yeah, they thrive in the environment. It just gives them something to do, put their rambunctious energy into. So, hog dogs, I think, I mean, they're wild, but they have to be.
Yeah.
So, they're just captivating in their nature. I think they're very impressive. I think
they're as gritty as they come. That's for sure.
Yes. Yeah.
So what about this Nil guy behind you?
This guy, so my father-in-law actually hunts Nilgai in Falfurrias, Texas.
Uh-huh.
Um, I didn't even know that they existed. I think they're one of the funkiest looking animals I've ever seen, but their meat is delicious.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, well, I'll just paint one. This painting, I think, I'm trying to remember. I did about 4 months ago. It recently finished drying because it's a huge canvas.
Uh-huh.
And I used really thick oil paint for it. And the thicker it is, the longer it takes to dry.
Uh-huh.
So he just recently finished drying, which is great.
Okay. So all of your paintings are oil paintings.
hmm Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Uh-huh. And so how long does it take you to complete a paint? I'm not an artist. I have no idea. Uh,
um,
how long does it take you to complete one from start to finish?
it varies. So the Neil guide took me 3 days. This one took about 2 days. My
Uh-huh.
biggest painting ever was a Texas Longhorn. It was a 4 foot long canvas by 2 foot wide. That one took about a week because it was
Mm.
just so much space to cover. And I'm sure I could have done it faster, but between painting, taking care of kids,
Yeah, just
all,
doing life as a family. Yeah.
yeah, that one took a little bit longer.
Okay. So we're gonna give these two away,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna tell you how to enter to win on our social media channels. So stay tuned for that. But two amazing oil paintings, original paintings from Bria. And what would you say? I'm sure price varies based on how big and how long the project is. But what is your average, or what is the price for these generally?
So this one would probably go for 150.
The nil guy, okay.
Yeah, and then this one would probably go for about 100, give or take.
You need to up your prices, girl. You're selling yourself short here. We got to
I
get
know.
those rates up. But I know, I guess it's like anything else. When you're starting out, you gotta get your name out there somehow.
Yes, yeah, that's the goal. I'm
Uh
very active on TikTok. I have a pretty decent audience over there, but nowhere near your numbers. You're very successful. And then I have my Instagram account. I have my personal, but then I have Boss Galleries. That's, when you receive one of these paintings, I sign it with my initials. So Boss Gallery is the Instagram with all my art on it. And where
BOS
so it's B and then a period OST for like
boss. Okay.
Overstreet.
Okay. Galleries. Okay, so that's the Instagram page. Like I said, um, I might add something in here and explain how to win. We haven't ironed out the details on that yet, but it's going to be. I really haven't done a lot of giveaways in the past few years because I was always giving away guns or bows, and Meta hates that. So kind of stopped doing them. But I don't think Meta is going to flag a beautiful work of art.
You
So
never know with
I'm
Meta,
pretty.
honestly.
I know, but I'm pretty optimistic that this is going to go very well, and I'm super stoked. And then, so if somebody wanted to commission a painting from you, could they bring you like a photo? Here's my bird dog, or what? Or I have this concept or this hunt in my mind.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. So all the paintings you see, they're my ideas, right? But I'll take a reference photo. Like I looked up a photo of a blackmouth cur so I could just get
mm,
colors right and stuff, but I put it into the scene that I want. So if somebody
uh-huh,
came to me and they were like, "Hey, this is a picture of my dog. Can you paint him hunting, pheasants or rabbits or whatever?" I
uh-huh.
could absolutely do that. But a good reference photo makes the difference.
Awesome. Yeah, I have a oil painting of my second lab with a Drake pintail, and I
Very nice.
actually got. So I got her at a Ducks Unlimited auction. Best dog I've ever had. No offense, Maverick. Rest in peace. You were a good dog too. I'm not besmirching you, but this dog Belle, I basically accidentally won her, and by won her I mean I had to pay all the dollars in the live auction. But some
Right.
some drunk lady is one of those best mistake I ever made things. Some drunk lady was bidding on her, and I was on the committee, and I was just trying to make the price go up. And I was like, she's been overserved, so yeah, she's just going to keep going. And she won. And then they went to take her the dog, and the husband was like, absolutely not. She is drunk. She's not. No. And then they walked over to me, and they're like, well, here you go. You were next. And I was like,
Second runner up.
yeah. I was like, oh, great. And my wife didn't even know I was bidding because I was sitting behind her. She just thought someone in the back of the room was bidding. And they walk over and hand me this chocolate lab puppy. And Belle came with a painting from this painter named Van Johnson. He's a Texas guy, but he's well known as far as he focuses on hunting dogs. And but then I was like, well, I gotta wait for a good photo of her. I don't want to get a oil painting of a dog as a puppy. I want her to be in her element. So it took like 3 years, and then I reached out to Van. I was like, hey, I did win this, and he was like, oh, I'll still honor that. And yeah, I have this beautiful painting of her in the water, coming out of the water with this pintail.
That's really
I'm
cool.
a big fan of wildlife art, original stuff like that. So yeah, I think, and you're very good at it. Like I said, you sent me this the boar and the blackmouth cur, and I was like, wow, that's impressive. So
I'm currently working on a turkey, so that'll be done soon.
Cool.
That'll be on my page. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
my husband loves chocolate labs, by the way. He wants one so bad, but he got stuck with a Basset mix and a German Shepherd Husky mix. So
well, couch potatoes.
Like, next one, I'm getting a chocolate lab.
Yeah, he should. I'm on my third one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and she's a sweetheart too. She's turned into quite a good little hunter. So she's had an amazing dove season.
That's good.
Yeah. So, well, Priya, I certainly appreciate it. I'm looking forward to this giveaway and spreading the word about what you do, and bringing these ideas and hunting and wildlife concepts to life on a canvas. I do not have an artistic bone in my body, so when I see stuff like that, I'm like, man, that's so cool. I have no ability to do that. Respect it a lot.
Takes a lot of practice, so. Yeah. But thank you so much for having me on and giving me this opportunity to be a part of the giveaway. I'm super excited for somebody, especially somebody in the hunting community, to have these and be able to enjoy them.
Awesome. Well, we'll have 2 winners, so you're not going to win them both. There's going to be 2 winners. You're each going to get one, and then if you guys want to check out Priya's work, that's over at Boss Gallery on Instagram. And then wait, what did you say? Do you have a website too?
I don't have a website, but
well, as you grow, you will, I'm sure, eventually get a website going too. So, well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
You as well. Bye.